What is good, everyone? It is your favorite multi-cardboard selling producer,
Izoki.
and today I'm gonna be reacting to and breaking down the music production of Maniac by Stray Kids. Highly requested, so now we're here, okay? I'm a music producer, been making music for a while now. I'm gonna break down the production side of things because I know that not a lot of you know much or anything at all about the music production side of your favorite music. So no worries, I got you. I'm here to break all of that down to the best of my ability using my knowledge and my experience so you could connect with your favorite music, artists, and songs on a deeper, more personal level, okay? So, let me take you to my screen and get straight into it. Also, I made a remix to their song Cover Me after I listened to it for the first time. I'm gonna leave a little thing up here and in the description so you can go listen to it after this. I really connected with that song to the point where I made my own version of it. Let's get into it. Hold on, it hasn't even started. Wow. Doom. That is an impact, okay? Commonly used in cinematic music. So in this case, it is a cinematic intro to the song. So a perfect start already. Boosh. Instantly sets you in the mood, puts you in the setting. Wow. Wow. That is either a riser with a lot of distortion or one of their vocals like a reversed with distortion. And distortion is simply the effect that makes sounds sound like gritty, really okay? That is what distortion is. But it is one of those two, all right? That's a really nice sound effect right there. That was chopped up either with a transgate effect, which is simply an effect that makes the sound like or it was manually like cut individually to sound like that, okay? That is like a super Middle Eastern flute sample right there, okay? Why? Because it sounds Middle Eastern, and I've heard that sample before. It is from a sample pack from this one producer called Kashmir. KSHMR, really popular producer in the K-pop industry, especially because of his samples, his melodies that he has provided through his website and social media, right? So that's where they got that from, okay? Super catchy melody, and I love the drums that they added, adding a really nice build-up. Super Latin type of vibe, dong, 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 to build up. And if you notice, right, the melody got some effects put on it, so it switched up a little bit. Notice here how it's normal, no effects, just a simple flute melody, right? And I did forget to mention, the melody has this thing called a sidechain on it. So a sidechain is what gives that boom, 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 boom sound to whatever it's put on, especially in electronic music or anthemic music like this. That's why the melody is sounding like that, sort of dong, 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 okay? It's being sidechained. So distortion is an effect that I feel is going to be put on a lot of these sounds because distortion was added to the flute melody just to add a lot more character, a lot more grittiness, and really get you hyped up. This is one of those songs that's going to get you hyped up. I can feel it. So that dong, 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 that is coming from a snare, okay? A reggaeton snare. So simple, don, 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 don. And that that you hear in the back, super subtle, right? But has a lot of bounce, a lot of character. That is a simple two-step hi-hat pattern, all right? Oh, and that dung, dung, being played with the snare, a nice percussion right there. There's like a lot of layers in the percussion elements. I love this. Oh, and those nice claps, like being played like around your ears, really subtle, along with the snare. Wow, the snare's going like dum 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 dum, but that clap is sounding really wide and is playing in a different rhythm, but still going with that Latin vibe. It's going like fire.
Let's go.
Oh wow.
Let's go.
A chord. That is a chord hit coming from a trumpet or sort of brass that was reversed. Okay, that is what that is. Okay, they simply played either a trumpet or a sort of brass, correct? Dung, and reversed that sound, and that is what is giving it that effect, riser effect. Okay.
Let's go.
정상인 척 다들 힘좀 빼. 짓고 있는 미소들은 새. 락이 풀리면 다 똑같지. 눈은 날 무속여. 허브제는 풀렸네. 정신을 간신히 잡지.
Hold on, bro. Oh my. Okay, super simple drum pattern going on right now. Dung, dung, dung. Dun, dun. So right now, what is being played is
Let's go.
정상인 척 다들 힘.
a kick, an 808, which is that that you hear behind that kick. Those two are commonly put together to give you that feeling of power, of push, okay? Really feel it in here because those two by themselves sound good, but they don't sound that powerful. But put those two together, both in the low end of the frequency spectrum, which basically means in the section of an equalizer that creates that tu-tu boomy type of sound. Those are low end frequencies. So those two low end frequencies together create that super boom. Okay, so kick and 808 is what you hear. Boom. And that super nice full snare. Boom, 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 tush. That tush that you hear, that is a snare. And this is sounding like a trap snare, but really full. I love it. It sounds dirty.
Let's go.
정상인 척 다들 힘좀 빼. 짓고 있는 미소들은 새.
Gosh, and that trumpet melody, and shout out Han in the back. But that melody that you hear in the background right now, that is a brass melody. Oh my gosh.
정상인 척 다들 힘.
Dun, 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 dun. Wow, yeah, that is a brass melody. I'm not sure exactly from which instrument in the brass family, but one thing for sure, that is a brass instrument playing that melody. Wow.
좀 빼. 짓고 있는 미소들은 새. 락이 풀.
Dung. And you're right, that was a nice tom, okay? That is called a tom, which you just heard, that dung on your right before, what you heard right there. That is a tom, okay?
풀리면 다 똑같지. 눈은 날 무속여. 허브제는 풀렸네.
Super simple snare roll, all right? Each snare was being panned to different directions in your ears, okay? Panning simply means setting to a specific direction, setting a specific sound to a specific direction, okay? So, what you hear, that is what that was, okay? A simple snare roll being panned from your left to right.
허브제는 풀렸네. 정신을
Simple two-step hi-hat pattern, picking up the pace, picking up the flow, get you in the groove. I love this.
간신히 잡지. 눈 한 번 깜빡이고 빼. 다시 세상이 정한 정상인 코스.
Oh, cut out that drums right here. Just leave the melody. It's going to transition into another section, maybe with some different drums, a drum switch, a beat switch. I don't know. Let's find out.
눈 한 번 깜빡이고 빼. 다시 세상이 정한 정상인 코스프레 준비. Mashup, mind blow, 정신은 backup. Prototype 내 속은 언제나 freaking monster. You ain't got. 다시 세상이 정한 정상인 코스프레 준비.
Oh my gosh, a really nice a riser, but instead of using that as the transition, the riser this time was used as a transition into that snare, that tush, with a bunch of reverb. Reverb, put it up here, which creates that cave echo sound. Instead of the riser being used as a transition, the snare with the reverb is the actual transition. So the riser was the transition to this part. I hope you understood what I said because I didn't understand myself, but you get the general idea, all right?
다시 세상이 정한 정상인 코스프레 준비. Mashup, mind
I already explained what that was, so let's keep going.
blow, 정신은 backup. Prototype.
All right, so the flute melody came back and dung, dung, a really nice organic snare being played.
내 속은 언제나 freaking monster.
That's a really nice monster effect right there. It just adds a lot of character, especially with what he was saying, really accentuates what he is saying.
유행 같은 친절함은 저리 지나 rotten 내 통수에다 시원하게 욕해도 다 먹겨. Hop in, 순진하게만 보다가 크게 다짐.
Okay, so now the 808 is playing that Latin vibe, that dong, dong, dong on top of the snare. Wow.
욕해도 다 먹겨. Hop in.
And I love how that came in, bro. I love how the 808 was played before the actual section started playing, before the actual verse started playing. So it was used as a transition into the actual pattern. I love it.
친절함은 저리 지나 rotten 내 통수에다 시원하게 욕해도 다 먹겨. Hop in, 순진하게만 보다
Oh my gosh, bro. They add so many little details. It amazes me every time. You hear that? That's a nice little drum fill right before the next section starts, in between the final 808 and the first 808 of the next verse.
러튼 내 통수에다 시원하게 욕해도 다 먹혀 win 순진하게만 보다가 크게 다침 호의가 계속되면 권리줄 나를 toxic 이러니 돌지 warning.
You hear that riser? Shh. It's building up. It's building up.
warning.
Maniac 나서 빠진 것처럼 미쳐 Maniac
핑핑 돌아버리겠지.
Maniac Frankenstein처럼 걸어 Maniac Maniac
하하. Maniac.
Hold on, bro. Hey, no damn way. No way, bro.
warning.
So nice bird chirp right there.
권리줄 나를 toxic 이러니 돌지
It's like I thought everything was about to drop at this very moment, but they put a bird chirping and then
warning.
I'm at a loss of words. All I can say is this. Okay, so that bird chirping really catches you off guard. It makes you think everything's about to be all happy, all positive, all light and sunshine, like Felix. But the man pulls out a drill and puts it to the side like a gangster. And you hear it. You hear that drill sound. That shh. Let's keep playing and I'll explain to you what in the world happened. Some glass breaking, really. Shh.
Maniac 나서 빠진 것처럼 미쳐 Maniac
핑핑 돌아버리겠지.
Maniac Frankenstein처럼 걸어 Maniac
Hear that? Zzzz. That is called a downlifter, okay? That is basically an impact, but with a different type of sound, okay? So a downlifter, it's sounding like it's going down instead of lifting, but it's called a downlifter. Downlifter sound like to. Basically, like, think of it as leveling down, okay? Or losing some health in Mario, something like that, okay? That is what a downlifter is, and that is what you heard right there, that. But right here,
Maniac 나서 빠진 것처럼 미쳐 Maniac
핑핑 돌아버리
super simple actually, but Felix's vocals, oh my gosh, just set the whole setting and set the whole mood. Let me explain to you what in the world just happened, okay?
Maniac
Okay, that super short riser, okay, transitioning into this.
나서 빠진 것처럼 미쳐 Maniac
Right now, there's only 3 elements being played. I know it sounds insane, but it is only a kick, a bass behind that kick. Pretty sure the 808 got taken out for this part specifically and being replaced with the bass just to add that little zh, and that really clean snare, that tush. So right now it's just dung, dung, dung.
Maniac 나서 빠진 것처럼
Yes, that bass, let me correct myself. That bass is being played in a pluck pattern and a pluck rhythm, and that is a pluck bass because it is being plucked right now. That bass that you hear, that dong dong, dong 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 dong, that is a pluck bass being played in a pluck rhythm, okay? Commonly used in electronic music, especially deep house, but the way it's being played right here, incredible. And Felix, that voice, that low tone just really fills up your ears and matches along perfectly with that bass. Super simple instrumental, but the vocals are what are making this so full, bro.
미쳐 Maniac
핑핑 돌아버리겠지.
Maniac
With that really nice like slash effect right there.
Frankenstein처럼 걸어 Maniac Maniac
하하. Maniac.
A really nice effect was put on there. One of them is a panning effect, which panning is, as I mentioned before with one of the other sounds, is simply setting the set sound in a specific direction or in specific directions, okay? So in this case, that was coming from the bass, from a different bass now, just to end and transition that pattern into this next one. So that one was being played, was panned from right to left, and that sounded like super spacey, super alienish, if you know what I'm saying, like aliens abducting you. That's an acid bass. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. That's an acid bass, okay? So that's what that is, okay? Commonly used in electronic music, especially like techno and all that electronic music that gets you turned up, okay? So that was an acid bass, okay?
Frankenstein처럼 걸어 Maniac Maniac
하하. Maniac. 나서 빠진 것처럼 무슨 Maniac. 핑핑 돌아버리겠지. Maniac. 비동산 틈 속에 있던 Maniac.
The pluck bass bass got some distortion on it just to add a little bit more intensity. Remember, distortion is that grittiness sound effect, that adds to your sounds, okay? So that's what that is, being added to that plug bass that was already being played before. But distortion simply being added to add more character and more fullness and not keep the bass being the same. With a nice two-step hi-hat pattern, simple tuku 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 tuku. Pick up the pace, not add too much, but add that little subtle groove to keep you engaged. With those snares from earlier, snare rolls, okay? Riser. All right, I already broke this section down. Let's keep listening. Oh my gosh, this is so fire. This is so fire. I already covered these sections so far. All right, so let's keep listening, see if anything new was introduced. Oh, you hear that? Tutu. Really nice percussion being added right there at the end of that section of his part. It's just these little details, these little like percussive elements being added here and there that add the most life. All right, it's the little things that count, these little details that are added every now and then that make the biggest difference. I love this. Oh my gosh, that's going dong, 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 dong. Then at the end of that pattern, toto, fire.
Maniac, 나서 빠진 것처럼 미쳐 Maniac. 핑핑 돌아버리겠지. Maniac.
I love that little slash sound right there. A lot of reverb was added to that. All right, that's what is giving it that echo sound.
큰 스타인처럼 걸어 Maniac, Maniac. Maniac, 나서 빠진 것처럼 무서워 Maniac. 핑핑 돌아버리겠지 Maniac. 비정상 구성이 준단 Maniac, Maniac. 가득해 두르면 눈아직 모든 감각이 날 서있지 예쁘게 포장한 대로 매번 갖던 언니
I love how that switched up. So some keys, playing some chords, some plug chords are being played right now. So instead of holding the traditional dong, dong, it's going like da 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 da, super repetitive, but adding to that futuristic type of cyberpunk vibe that this song is giving, correct? Super simple chord plugs, allowing him to be able to do what he's doing right now, giving him space for his vocals. And the percussive elements are the only thing playing right now, okay? So the snare, the clap, and the hi-hat, okay? Oh, and the snare. I love how it did that little roll, basically stepping up into the beginning of the next snare pattern. I love it. The kick was added with the 808. Now the two low-end frequency elements were added. Brings you that boom after only the percussive elements were playing. Fire. Oh, and that riser, that that is being panned from your left to right, adding a different feeling than before, because before it wasn't being panned, correct? Now it is for this final chorus. So usually when there are multiple choruses, especially 3, the last one, the final one, always has something different, something extra added just to give you that final wow factor, that final surprise, correct? Because if it just stayed the same as the other 2, it'd be kind of still, you feel me, kind of anticlimactic. So one of these 2 was going to happen, okay? Either something instrumental wise in the beat is going to be added, something crazy, or something vocally wise. One of those 2, okay?
Maniac. Maniac. Maniac.
Right, let me tell you what is happening right here. A low pass filter, that effect that makes the sound sound like they're underwater, right? It's being automated, okay? So it's being automated and opening back up into the original sound, okay? Without the effects, which is being used as a transition into the final chorus, okay? So it's gonna go like, it's like, okay? Automation is simply setting a specific effect for a specific amount of time on a specific sound, okay? So in this case, a low pass filter automation is being played on all of the sounds. Underwater, then progressively less underwater, building up to that final chorus and hitting you with that boom.
Maniac,
Oh, and that thing, is that a nice little bell sound effect?
You cannot stop with the Maniac.
Shh. Riser, snare roll, going from your left to right. Fire.
You cannot stop with the Maniac. 나서 빠진 것처럼 무서운 Maniac. 들어버리겠지 Maniac. 비정상 구성이 중단 Maniac. Maniac.
What?
Maniac.
And I love how it ended with that drill and that nice little bird chirping. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Fire. Wow. And that nice little radio sound effect with the beat of the song. Wow. Stray Kids everywhere, all around the world. You make Stray Kids stay. Stray Kids, Maniac. What does that get from me? The production was incredible. It sounded a little bit complex at first, but by really like listening to the sounds, every little detail, it was really simple. The thing that made it sound so full and gave you that feeling of complexity is their vocals, because the way their vocals were mixed into the instrumental, the way they were layering each other's vocals and the ad-libs, the little that they were adding in between when they were rapping, when they were performing, incredible. Really gave you that sense of fullness. So all in all, bro, song was incredible. It got me hyped up. The production, incredible. Songwriting, as usual. Stray Kids, incredible. The arrangement of this and the sound selection especially. I'm speechless. This was genuinely such a fun song to listen to, especially. Made me feel like a super villain about to fight the superhero. And Felix, I feel like Felix shined through the most on this one. Just saying, okay? But overall, everyone did their thing. I loved every single one of their parts, their verses and the chorus, everything about the song, bottom to top. I loved it, okay? If I missed anything, or if you have any questions about anything in the song, just let me know down below in the comment section, okay? I'm here to help you connect with your favorite music, artists, and songs on a more deeper personal level, okay? Because I know that not many of you know much or anything at all about music production. So no worries, I'm here, all right? Use my experience, my knowledge of what I've learned making music to teach you something new about your favorite music, okay? So, Stray Kids, I'm excited to keep listening to them. Comment down below what more you would like for me to react to and break down, all right? I am really enjoying Stray Kids. They have not disappointed me, and I don't expect them to disappoint me. Every single listen is something new. So yeah, remember, Stray Kids Cover Me Izoki remix down below in the description. Take a listen. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Hope you have an incredible day or night wherever you are in this world. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Much love. Izoki out.